What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a short video on 10 things that I like about the Bambu H2D and a few things that I don't. But before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. We have like 50 subscribers left before we hit 1,000. Once we hit 1,000, we're giving away a brand new Bambu Lab A1 Mini shipped to you absolutely free. I will be doing the drawing live on YouTube, and I'll contact you through YouTube and get it sent out to you. So just remember, it's like less than a week away. All right, so the H2D. I ordered it release day. I was supposed to get it like 3 days after, but it ended up getting held up for some reason. Something about the label was unreadable. So I didn't get it until the week after, which was 6 days total, I think. So after I got it, at the same time, I actually went and bought a K2 Max, a K2 Plus, CryoGrip K2 Plus, to do kind of like a review video against each other, kind of compare them a little. I can tell you right now, there's no comparison, but I'm going to do a video about the two, and we can go over that. So, if you're looking for one of these printers, there's things you're looking for. This is a very expensive printer. Yes, it can do some more advanced things. I've been printing for 14 years, and I probably won't take advantage of half the stuff that the printer can do or print because it's just not things that I'm really interested in. I kind of have my 4, maybe 5 basic different kinds of filaments that I use. And ultimately, the X1s can handle those just fine with no issue. But I wanted this printer for one main reason, and it sounds horrible, but this is something that works for me. I make a lot of these spark plug lamps. I make a lot of things with 2 colors. So the fact that it can actually switch the colors much faster and cleaner with less waste was what was really appealing to me. So the things that I liked about this printer right off the bat, right? Everything Bambu. When you open it up, what do you get? The package quality is incredible. It's very well packed. It's kind of like opening an old iPhone a long time ago. Just like that wow factor when you're opening it up. Everything is just so nicely packed. That's a really good thing, especially something like this that weighs 90 something pounds shipped to you. You want to make sure it's well packed. The second thing is going to be the build quality. This thing it's incredible. It's the best, obviously, 3D printer I've ever owned in means of the quality. If you watch the videos about, the servos and the way that they use all the components in these, they're just top notch. Number 3, how quiet it is. It's very quiet. If you're hearing printer noise right now, it's because this X1 is printing, and all the X1 down there and all the P1Ps or P1Ss and then the A4s. You're barely hearing this unless it's actually making its movement to the back to switch the nozzle over. That's kind of the only time I ever hear it. I'd say number 3, print quality. The print quality it's incredible. I'm watching people compare the print quality to things that they printed on the X1, and I thought about printing 2 things at the exact same time out of a brand new roll of filament, because I feel like a lot of people are using some old filament, new filament, or this is the benchy I created when I first got my printer. But I've printed things side by side, the exact same thing, and the print quality, it's good, man. It's as good as you're gonna get with the kind of printers that we have these days, right? You're still gonna see layer lines. It all depends on your settings. But for me, this thing prints absolutely amazing. It prints exactly how I need it. Number 4? The poop chute. The poop chute on the X1Cs and P1Ss, sometimes they get jammed up. especially if you're printing something with a lot of excess waste. This thing rockets the stuff out the back, straight down into the poop chute. I haven't had any issues yet. Nothing. And I got almost 200 hours on it. So the poop chute. Number 5, the dual nozzle. Like I said, the reason I have this thing is because I print a lot of 2-color items, and a lot of it is white and another color, black, red, blue, green. So whenever it switches nozzles, I don't have to worry about that bleed through from the previous color. Now, I know a lot of that has to do with purge settings, like on the X1, but I was purging so much filament, so much waste, poop, and I was still getting the bleed through color. On this, I can't even tell. There's no bleed through. It's obviously using 2 different nozzles. That's a huge plus. Number 6, ease of use. It's a Bambu. Man, they're just super easy to use. From the time you set it up to all your first prints, it is fantastic. It's so easy to use. If you have a Bambu, if you know about Bambu, you understand. Ease of use. Number 7, sounds bad, but cleaning out the bottom, right? All the P1Ss, the X1Cs, there's a lip at the bottom. It's like a 3/4 inch to 1 inch lip. When stuff gathers in the bottom, and it's going to gather little remnants, pieces, poop. When you go to clean it out, you can only clean it out so far. Then most of the time, you got to get like a vacuum and get in there and clean it out. The H2D, they actually made it to where the bottom is flush. So anything that goes in there, you just wipe it right out and it's clean. Number 8. Again, sounds minute, sounds that like it doesn't really much matter, but the door opens nearly 90 degrees. It literally goes straight back onto the side. It's a game changer. I wish all my printers were that way. In fact, I've thought about personally designing a hinge to swap out the Bambu hinges to where it would go 90 degrees. It doesn't seem like a problem until you're kind of in a rush and you're trying to get things done, and you might leave a door open. And right here, I only have 2.5 feet between my big workbench and my printers. You go walking by and there's a 12-inch door hanging out, and you hit it the wrong way, that door is going to be all over the ground. So having the door where it opens 90 degrees or very close to 90 degrees, a huge plus. Number 9, the lighting. Just look at it. If you can see inside the X1 compared to the H2D, yeah, the lighting, fantastic. Number 10, the air filtration. I love the air filtration. I print things like ASA, ABS, and I don't smell it. I'm not getting any of it. The active carbon filtration system, it's been fantastic so far. On top of that, the heated chamber, which should be number 11, but I don't really use that much. It's not a big deal to me. Yes, it can get hot. Yes, it has an active heated chamber. My X1Cs didn't have any problem, but it is kind of nice. Okay, so the things I don't like. This is easy. The cost. Wow. I paid $21.99. I think right now it is $26.99. The cost. It's expensive. Is it worth the cost? That's one of those where everybody says that's up to you. To me, no. No, it's not worth the extra cost. I'm sorry. Not at $26.99. At $21.99, it's still kind of out there. It's not truly that beneficial for me. I'd have to print a lot of the items that I mainly have it for to recover that cost. It would take years to recover that cost. Do I like having it? Absolutely. Would I pay $21.99 again? Absolutely. But is it worth it? Probably not. It really depends on what you're looking for, right? Okay. Number 2, things that I don't like. The AMS heating. Um, I blow through filament so fast. I don't need to dry it. I don't need to deal with any of that. It doesn't really bother me that much. I see people are complaining that you can't use the active drying while you're printing. I have a little filament dryer if I really need to. It is a nice feature, and I'm sure I will use it eventually. But as of right now, it's no big upgrade for me. It may be different for you, but I haven't used it once, not even once, and I got over 200 hours on the printer. Number 3. So whenever you're printing something small, it rocks like crazy. I thought something was wrong in the beginning. I thought, why is nobody pointing out how much this thing bounces and rocks around? After watching the interview, the guy talked about how they did the vibration compensation and prepared for all that. And it's been good. I haven't had any issues, haven't had any Z wobble, nothing like that. But the rocking is pretty insane sometimes. You almost think that it would literally fall off the table or workbench. I'd say the last thing that I don't like about it, the goodies. If you've ever opened up a Bambu lab, you get a little goodie in there. You get like a little mouse that you can 3D print and use. You get the internals. You get little boat motors, pianos, lights. I like that little goodie. It sounds bad, but whenever you buy 20 Bambu printers, you get these little gifts, and it's kind of nice to get. Especially if you buy a Bambu with a AMS, they give you some test filaments and some spare rolls. Paid a lot of money for the printer, and I didn't get no goodies. Totally joking. The goodies are fun. They're nice to have, but it would have been nice to get some little goodies, a little surprise, little thanks for spending $2,500 with us. So there you have it. There's a down and dirty, quick 10 things that I like, 11, and a few things that I don't like about the H2D. It's a fantastic printer. It's a lot of printer. It does a lot of things that I won't even really need. I'll have it. It'll be nice. Is it worth it? That's kind of up to you. I would say at the new price point of $26.99 with the AMS, oh man, that's tough. That's a lot of money for a 3D printer. Would I buy it if I was just a hobbyist? No, unless I needed a bigger build plate. I didn't talk much about the build plate in here because that wasn't a game changer for me. I didn't need a much bigger build plate than I already have, but the build plate being a little bigger is nice. But for all the features and everything you're getting, an X1C or a P1S, they're great printers as well. It really depends on what your needs are. Are you printing harsh filaments? Do you need an active heated chamber? Those are kind of the questions you'd have to ask yourself. But to me, I'm glad I have it. I love it. It's working great. I do plan to get another one. So I mean, take that with a grain of salt. That's where I'm at. Is it worth it for you? I don't know, but I would say it's a phenomenal printer, but it's a lot of money. Guys, I hope you got something useful out of this video. If you could, give me a like, subscribe. Let me know that this stuff is kind of what you're looking for, or if it helped you out in any way. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if there's anything else that you're kind of interested in. If it's something that I can, kind of provide some information on, I definitely will. Like always, guys, I truly appreciate it. Until next time. Let's see. It is now $26.90. What the fuck? No, it's not worth it. Not anymore. Yeah, of course. Don't vibrate at all now. And for the applications that I needed it for, the size didn't matter. Said no man ever.